No MOBA. No mate. How you doing? How's your game going? Oh, I released a new version and apparently I broke VR again. Oh no. But the normal version works, maybe? Is that what you're saying? The worst thing is when, like, you have it works fine on your computer and then it doesn't work on other people's computers as well. It's the worst. Previous version works, but that was missing all the new stuff. Hmm. I'm sure you'll manage there, mate. I'm glad you're sticking with it. Ooh. Oh. I'm currently really struggling with the name of my game. Because the problem is, as soon as I've got a name, I can put it on Steam. It's literally the only reason it's not on. I haven't got a Steam page right now. It's because I don't have a name for the game. Nothing's like grabbed me, you know. Few viewers. To some extent, I don't think the name matters. It's not gonna matter. But it also does matter. Okay, here are my ideas so far. We have Dawn of the Dark Sun, Hesperia, Hesperion, Lancers of a Lost Empire, Strike Lancers. And of course, I've got a billion names here. A billion things. But I don't know. Nothing is like grabbing me yet. Maybe Lancers of a Lost Empire is good. Currently I'm leaning towards this. You like Strike Lancers? Well, that's good, yeah. Strike Lancers is definitely my default at the moment. Strike Lancers is definitely my default. And I might just call it Strike Lancers and be done with it. Font needs work. No, mate. It's meant to be 80s. This font needs work. I don't like this font. Alright. Let's make the game. I was gonna say you like this one. This is too modern. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I should do that. That would make me happy. That is good, yeah. How do I find that? Is it free to use? Hmm. My browser is being weird. Can you stop being weird? Yeah, these could be good. Let me download some of these real quick. Personal use, oh yeah, it has to be commercial, right? Well, that's a lot less. Maybe do this later. Okay. Call it, call it Strike Lancers and be done with it. Alright. I feel like I'm going insane worrying about the name all day. Alright. You have lots of characters. That's why I think it has to be plural. As you can see, I have lots of characters. Here's the character screen. Okay. this is what I gotta do next, I suppose. I gotta do this ship. But if I do the ship, then that means I have to do inventory and I have to do item creation. Right? I suppose, well, I can do it in a very basic way first. Well, first let's just make the ship, like, move, right? When I drag it, I should be able to drag or right click or something, or middle click, and it should move. You should be able to look at the ship, right? So, yeah, let's do that first. Oh no, first let's instantiate the correct ship. So if I go to... Am I really doing everything in the player panel, or should I split it up? I feel like I should split it up. And obviously I don't like this character name, I don't like that. I think I should just get rid of that. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, but how do I download it? It's just someone's made. I don't think I can make a font. Well, I could make a font. But it'd take me forever, right? I'd have to learn how to do vector art. That's really nice though. Logo you can draw. Yeah, I can make it colourful as well. That's true. It needs to stand out, right? Oh, what's that? That looks weird. What the hell is that? You know? What the hell is that? What am I even looking at right here? That's what I want you to feel. What the fuck was he smoking? I keep on losing track of what I'm doing right now. I am going to split up the scripts into multiple scripts because that feels a little bit more organized. Excellent work. You know what? I'm gonna save that picture actually. Save this picture. Paranoia, 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 paranoia. That's fine. Art. References. UI. I'm going to save this picture as well. Strike answers. I like I like that you like strike lancers. I feel like nobody else likes it. That makes me happy. Well, I don't like it either, but like I can settle on it. I can settle. You know, sometimes you gotta go steady with a girl. Just gotta go steady. You gotta choose the. You can't be choosing the wild ones all the time. You gotta have a default. That's name. Character. Info panel. Yeah, I'm gonna give all of these their own script. Meta UI. Maybe it should be called Crew Manager or something. Whatever. I think I'm going to close all of these scripts because I'm going to go insane otherwise. I'm going to close every single script. Close other tabs. Is that how you do that? Is it lagging right now? Yes. And then open up the only ones that are relevant. Okay. Ooh, that's clean. It's clean now. Strike lancers. I wish I could do star lancers. Star lancers. Storm lancers. Anyway, instead of set current tab, yeah, all of this should be done inside here. this should be like a function update character panel, turning void. Oops. Then that goes here. This goes here. You can know about your parent, that's fine. What else do you need? This. And then you just go to character info panel, show update, and now we can make sure these are character info panel, ship equipment, no, through panel, modulation panel, and manifestation. Just refactoring right now, I guess, aren't I? Update. We save. It's upset about that. Update. Okay. It's upset about this. It's fine. You don't need to know about these anymore. You don't need to know about these. And all this. And all this. My character info panel needs to know about this and this and these guys and this guy. And like I said, maybe this is just... This could be a controller right here. I'm making a billion scripts right now, but... I'm mad by... Look at those beautiful errors. I hope your Steam Dex Fest is going well. I hope so, mate. I think your game is going to do really well. I really do. You're gonna be absolutely yes. It's going bad. Last name. This is just what refactoring is. It's having a bunch of errors and then fixing them. It's like creating errors. Refactoring is breaking your game and then fixing your game again, right? You had it working. You break it so it doesn't work anymore, and then you fix it, right? Which all seems pretty pointless if you think about it fundamentally. Why bother? And how you doing, Centurion, my pick? What do you think about the name? Okay, I need to get everyone's opinion, I guess, that comes into the stream on the names. I do, yeah. Because I can't decide. Okay, first name for the game, Dawn of the Dark Sun. Refactoring's supposed to not break anything, so if you're fixing bugs, then you're breaking the bugs. Maybe. Second name, Hesperia. Third name, Hesperion. Lancers of a Lost Empire. Strike Lancers. Strike Lancers is the default right now. First one, Dawn of the Dark Sun. You like the first one? The Centurion is being indecisive. Like me. Dawn of the Blonde Bum. One for Dark Sun and one for Strike Lancers. Void Lancers. I have thought about Void Lancers, of course. I'm not sure about it though. Void Lancers doesn't sound... I don't know. Void. Avoid the void. Avoid the void. Avoid the void. Yeah, the thing is, you've got to consider, like, I don't know why this is important to me, but when I type in a name, like, nothing else should come up, really. Or barely anything, right? Dawn of the Dark Sun, right? You're getting a bunch of stuff. And that's going to be way before my game. Space Lancers. Strike Lancers, you get Counter-Strike. Lancers, you don't get anything, obviously. And Lancers, you don't get anything. We get Mech Warrior and Letter Lancers. 3 spaces. 3 space 2. What was my... And then Hesperion is good because there's nothing. And Hesperion is the name of an asteroid. And I could center the game around this asteroid. But anyway. How do I fix this right now? That would be self.show. That would be... That would be player panel. Character. No more space for space names. Yeah. Space job game. Yeah, like you say, I mean, the name isn't gonna matter. Also, I'm thinking of other space games like Elite, Dangerous. This has got nothing to do with like space in the name, so you don't have to do Elite Dangerous and Eve. Eve doesn't have anything to do with anything. X. There's a game called like X3, right? Of course, Everspace does have the name in the thing in the name. So this should also... You should probably just put in... This should probably just go in there, right? You put in your aggression or ness. Expertise skill. X4. Aggression. Finesse. Expertise. And then you go to personality panel. Work. It's complaining that it can't pass whatever, but it can, right? Manifestation can. Or can. Cannot. Cannot. Let's put that there for now. Character level label dot text equals this. Update your character stats. Instead of that, we go to our character stats and we update our character stats. We create a function in here. Function update stats. Returning void. We go to these guys. We go to this guy, I guess. Why not? Space Force. Space Force. Making up a name. Evercron. Arvok. Reincarnated is another world. That's why Lancers of a Lost Empire isn't too bad, and Hesperion isn't too bad either. I guess Strike Lancers isn't bad either. House of the Dying Sun, yeah. It's got a rhythm to it. Oh, I didn't say what I need to do. Attack info. Stat name label. Oh damn it, I didn't save it. Stat info, stat value label dot text equals player panel. Current character. Attack. Fine. Right. You do all that and everything's exactly the same, right? 30 minutes of work, everything is exactly the same. Fantastic. That's what I want. That is what I want. Why did I do all that? I can't remember. Oh, I separated out the functions into their own things, so it all made more sense. That's fine. So now when I go to the ship panel, I'm like function ship update ship panel. Get that. Turning void. And then crew panel update crew panel turning void. They're all going to need to know about the player panel, I suppose. And part of me is like, you should be using signals or something, so you don't have to guarantee that, so you could put this in somewhere else and it would still work. But I can't imagine a situation where I'd ever put it somewhere else other than under the player panel. So I think it's fine. Function update modulation panel. Update manifestation. And then when I go here, instead of going here, we go update panel, update group panel, update modulation panel, update station panel, and then in each of these I should show as well. Show. Do this one real quick. Manifestation, texture, equals load, player, panel, current character, full portrait 2. Okay. So now let's go here, and I want to change this mesh according to the ship. So if I go to the ship panel, we want to go to match the player panel current character. Ship data, ship class, or ship variant, and then we go to data, ship variants, Kestrel. Right, it's not coming up. It's not auto completing. Damn it! Not auto completing. Let's get all my globals up. Ship variants. Yeah, here we go. We'll just do the 5 for now, I suppose. It's going to become a very long match statement, though. You sure you want to do this? Should I put this in until data? Should I? I don't need to do a giant match statement. If I don't want to, I could store it somewhere instead. I could store it in some data somewhere, or I could store it in the resource. Yeah. So ship data, export ship mesh UID string equals this, and then we're going to go to all of these and we're going to put in the mesh for each one. Asset, spaceships. Didn't I make something? Meshes. I only made it for the player stuff? Okay, that's fine. Player. Bomber. Copy UID. There you go. Player heavy fighter. Copy UID. Player light fighter.
RJ the game dev lord is still game deving
Oh
with a good coffee on his awesome space game. RJ is the game dev lord, the voice we should listen, the voice we should cherish, the voice we need to follow. Through his speech he will guide us into our games, make our games better. He will make every 1 billionaire form game deving. Prize the GME dev lord RJ the beast.
Thanks, Gossing Games, mate. How you doing today? What's your opinion on names? Let's have a look. I need to name my game, and I need a name. Okay. Dawn of the Dark Sun, Hesperia, Hesperion, Lancers of a Lost Empire, Strike Lancers. What was I doing before you distracted me? I have no idea. I have no idea. Shift equipment. Something about this and going, if their panel current character ship data ship mesh UID does not equal this, then this. Oh, can we probably unique name this ship mesh dot mesh equals load this. I love simple name and easy to remember, such as the second and third. Oh, really? Really? Hesperion? Okay. Really? Then you could have a subtitle that wouldn't be. Maybe you can have a subtitle: Hesperia, Lancers of. Hesperia Lancers. I don't know. I'm the only one thinking that. I don't know. I also think that. But I'm also incredibly undecided, so. Hesperia, Star Lancers. Extreme, easy to say, easy to remember, catchy, yeah. It's also the name of an asteroid. So that would be where your base is in this asteroid. And it also... There's nothing on Steam. So... It would come up straight away. But I can definitely do a subtitle if I wanted to. Right? Hesperia. I can mix them together. I want to do Strike Lancers, you know. Hesperia Strike Lancers. If I wanted to. The thing that I hate the most is when I find a game that I love the title, but I love the title anagrams to sheep air. I'm not clever enough for anagrams. Yeah, so we have a problem in that, like, his ship is a lot bigger than their ships, so the camera needs to zoom accordingly, which is annoying. The game evolved. Did it? Jitspo, hello? It's not the size of the ship that matters, it's how you zoom it. Hello. The famous streamer. Thank you for... blessing my stream. What was I doing? Oh, I need to zoom. Yeah, I need to zoom. So it would be like the AAB. We have to get the AAB of the mesh and do some sort of thingy to do with the AAB. Can I remember how to do that? It's something like and then I also need the camera, right? Do I want to call that a camera? Yeah, it's fine. Camera 3D. And then at the moment that was confusing. The position is, let's say 50 by default or 60 by default. So variable default. Oh, you raided me. Oh, thank you. I didn't realize that. Oh, thanks for the raid, mate. That's very kind. It's weird. I thought I was following. And hello, hit the road. Welcome to the stream. I suppose I will, you know, introduce. Oh, Auntie Z's here. Hello. You have a new icon. Is that you? See, on YouTube I can see the icons. 3D space game like Elite, right? Ursham. Yeah, I will show you my game, I suppose. I thought I was following. I don't know. Yes, it is you. That's funny. Nice hat. So you play as like lots of characters in the game, and I'm working on that right now. Like I'm making a character screen and stuff, and you have ships, and then you play the game. Oh, this is broken, right? I guess. So yeah, this is just me messing around. This isn't what the game's gonna look like, right? But whatever. Here is a battle or something to show. This is broken. Everything's broken at the moment, yeah. I can go full screen for a bit. Okay. And then you fly around in a spaceship, and you avoid big lasers, and then you get blown up by missiles, and then you shoot things. Oh, I changed the wrong hotkey. Do a missile, but you can fire missiles. I changed the hotkey by accident. Oh, it's middle mouse now. What was I doing? Anyway, this is the game. You fly around and you shoot things. Yeah. Oh, thanks, no game. New UI? Yeah, there's a little bit of new UI. Thanks, like a Yuri. So at the moment, I'm like making a. Oh, thank you. That's very kind. At the moment, I'm making like my character. I guess this isn't character select, but this is like you know, you edit your characters here. You level them up and things, and you each character has a ship, and you're going to change the equipment on the ship and things, and you're going to have a crew that helps you. They will have bonuses and stuff, and then there'll be modulation. Will be sort of you apply mods to your ship, and there'll be like a little puzzle game where it'll be Tetris, you know. And then this will be like a collection thing. Anyway, right now what I need to do is I need to zoom the camera according to the AAB of the ship. Can I remember how to do that? So I need to get the ship AB. I've done it before. It's like let me just find out where I did it before. Did I do it in camera controller? Here we go. Primary mesh get AAB dot size dot length divided by 50. I don't know why we're dividing by 50. I'm sure it just works. Okay, and then equals. Oh. The ship equipment banner. Is it ship mesh? Okay, maybe. Was it? Yeah. I'll call this like power, I guess. Puzzles to upgrade things. Magic numbers. How are you doing, Anti-Z? Are you working on any on your RPG Maker games or anything like that? And if anyone from Jitspo's stream wants to show me their games or projects they're working on, I'd love to see anything. What is this number right here? What did I just do? It should be a float. 1.3. Okay. What if I 1.3, huh? What if I click on this character? 1.3, 1.3, 1.9. Okay. So the number is bigger if the ship is bigger. Okay, that makes sense. So if I zoom in more, okay. I zoom in more. So my default Z. My default Z is low equals 40 or something. And then to my camera 3D position Z. Was it Z? Yeah, position Z equals default Z. Oh, I guess it can just go here, can't it? And then it would be times ship this. Still plugging in. Yeah, I seen Cook. Do you have a demo or anything? I don't suppose you did the Next Fest. Okay, now they're the same size. Now they are the same size, which is awesome. Oh, you're not ready for that? That's a shame. Are you going for October? Anti-Z, I'm trying to, but more focuses on plugins for RPG Maker. That's going very well. At 2,000 lines of code. Oh, really? You've been coding plugins? Probably wait till it's until it's close to release. Well, there's one in October, isn't there? So, if you think you, I might be going for October. At this rate, I think I might be going for October. I should probably sign up pretty soon. Is it November or October? I can't remember. Camera 3D dot position. So if I do that like 20 instead, it'll look a bit better, I think. Okay, that's too close. 30. Message retracted. That's probably correct. Okay. 32. 32 is a good number. I like the number 32. Okay. Are you not going to be releasing this year? That sucks. Okay, they're the same height now. Now I need to like do the thing where you input where you drag around and it rotates around the ship, right? If I might be able to use the GUI input from this, right? If I make sure that you pass, like none of this should take input, right? None of this should take input. This should take input, right? So I do GUI input here. Yeah. Print event. I think that's right. Print event. Not always that attitude. Okay, that works. And then how do I do the drag thing? Ogre Bogerman, hello mate. Did you update your game for your anniversary? For the 1 year anniversary? It's more fun to make plugins than to make games. I don't know why. But I've tried, but I've tried making a few projects, but I feel off, and making something that helps make games feels good. I don't know. Awesome. It's cool you're getting into coding though. You didn't. And then you use relative, right? If an event is mouse, you put about motion and input is action rest move action print the game is getting popular in Korea. Wait, that's awesome. Really? Okay, now we got that. How do I use this relative thing, don't I? And I have two. How the hell do I do this? I have to convert my 2D into 3D. Rotation. I feel like I've done this before somewhere. It's a solved problem. I've done it before. Where have I done it before? Player screen input. I used like a raycast here though. Not quite right. Player ship controller. I turn my 2D rotation into 3D rotation. Get viewport, get mouse position, screen offset, mouse direction, mouse distance, turn power, modded turn power, modded rotation speed, rotation amount. What? This is all very complicated. I don't even remember how this works. Wait, what am I doing? I don't need 2-axis. I just need the X and the Y. Yeah, it's not actually a problem. It's not a problem. I don't know why I was, yeah, it's not a problem, is it? Camera, pivot, location, degrees, plus equals, event, relative, X. Or minus equals, I don't know. And then you probably need to like delta that or something. Maybe you don't. It is going the wrong way though. Are we there yet? Hello, Hilden. It feels weird. How interesting. It's like this. It has to be like this. Is it really? Yeah, it does. Well, that's interesting. Cool. Maybe I should slow it down, but I don't have to. Maybe it's minus X there, though. Why is it like backwards? Oh, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. Elite Lancers. The Grange point. Oh, thank you, Axmith. I'll write those down for sure. My endless list of names that I've considered. Anyway, I need to be right back. I realise if there's a few new people here, and maybe I should ask their input as well. You know, on my names, I'm trying to name my game right now. I'm really struggling to find a name that I like. First I have Dawn of the Dark Sun. Hesperia. Hesperion. Lancers of the Lost Empire. Strike Lancers. I'm leaning towards this at the moment. Hesperia with a subtitle maybe. If anyone has an opinion. Or an idea for a name. Save me. Save me. Oh, you like the name Ogre Bogerman? What, Hesperia? Hesperia is an asteroid as well. So, Hesperia Starfighters. Ooh. I like that. Star Wars hasn't been used yet. Hmm. I don't really get the Lancers part. Fair enough, yeah. It doesn't have to have Lancers in it. It's only called Lancers because of Freelancer. Hyperion Britannica. I like the name Hyperion as well, but of course it's named after a book. I mean, I don't mind the book, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be Hyperion is going to be in here. It's like such a normal name, isn't it? But Hesperia, nothing here, right? I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Hesperia Starfighters is pretty cool. And then they're still like, oh, it's a game about Starfighters. Yeah. All of this UI has to change, by the way. This is all temporary. I don't know why I'm putting so much effort into it. Anyway, this works now. That'll be fine. Okay. Yeah. Hyperion is easier to remember, yeah. Well... I just don't want a billion names coming up when you type it in. And so you can't find it. I'm not even gonna... Can I time out this message? Can I time out this particular message? I don't want to time you out. Can I just time out this particular message? Skibbity-bitty. Skibbity-bitty. Okay, so I have... That's a banned phrase, Ogre Bogerman. So the next thing I would do is I have to like remove the space instead. I don't know what you mean. Yes, I know it would be perfect, Hilden. I'd love to name it Hyperion. The box message always contains remove the space. Ah. I don't know, the bots have been fine at the moment actually. The bot, I think Twitch has like got it under control. Whereas most of the time it never actually posts the message anymore. Hyperion 7. The problem is you type in Hyperion and you just get a bunch of shit, right? Anyway, each ship has slots. Well, every ship will have these slots will be guaranteed, and then there'll be weapon slots which won't be guaranteed. So there'll be like utility slots here maybe. Every ship will have those, and then there'll be weapon slots here. Which every ship won't necessarily have. What I'd love to do as well is like the weapon points to a specific place on the ship and it moves around and things, but how would I do that? I have no idea. You'd have to maybe do it through in the 3D world, and then things get complicated. But I will definitely make a V-Box. And this will be the utility equipment slots. And these can be buttons, I think. They go like here. Button. This would be a, well, I can actually name them, but equipment button. Keep it like that, and then make sure it's at least, you know, 300. Oh, 100. Yeah, something like that. So you would have. So this one would be like shield, and this one would be like power plant. Better to have V-Box and Roblox. How's your game going, Hilden? Have you worked on it at all? Your dungeon crawler? Power plant. Thrusters. Shield, power plant, thrusters, armor. And also countermeasure. Who redeemed first? Ameripon did. And I guess we do this. And then over here, the slots aren't, for your weapons, the slots aren't guaranteed. Oh, just too late, Overgain. Slightly too late. But there should also be like a special weapon, right? So there would be another button. Actually, I'm going to copy this button so I don't have to mess around. Copy. There'd be like a button here, and it would be, this is your special weapon here. Special weapon. And then you would have maybe... I started working on another project. Medieval Magic. Fantasy variant. Fallout Shelter type game, but in fake 2D. Okay. I can't tell if you're making a joke or not. Orthographic camera on 3D rooms with 2D room interiors. Yeah, the orthographic camera does a good job actually of making it look 2D. If you have like pixel art or something, it's actually pretty good. So this is your special weapon, or special, because it's not necessarily a weapon, is it? It's a special button, special equipment. I think this is okay UI. You can use 3D path finding for capsules shape your board. This will be okay. And then scroll container, because then because these ones aren't guaranteed, right? And there might be a bunch of them on your ship. But every ship will have a special weapon, and every ship will have all of these. So I don't know why so you could put that under that, but this being there kind of is nice. These could be a lot smaller as well. These buttons could be very small, a lot smaller. That might look better as well if they were smaller. Fights happen in 3D, but player sees them in 2D. Very epic. I can place 2D interior pictures with 3D models. Yeah. This would be your weapons scroll container, and then you have a V-box, which is better than a Roblox, and that would be your weapons V-box, and then we'd put in, copy this, paste. There you go. Like that. I guess that would separate a bit. Yeah, I think these should be smaller. These buttons should be a lot smaller because I can't fit them in otherwise. Because you can have up to like 10 guns on your ship, probably. So they should be a lot smaller. Just want to look though at this. You can still move that around, right? Although I think it should slow down. It should be less than that. Times 0.1. Okay, yeah, that feels better. Feels like you're I could speed it up a little bit more, I don't know. Even greater idea, I can fool players into making dungeon maps if I combine both games. Alright. I have no idea. Fuck. So tired. I need to calm down with the yawning. Let's so stop printing that. The thing is, you won't be able to change your special weapon, but you should be able to like look at it and there's like a tooltip that tells you what it is or something, right? The special weapon is something you can't, you might be able to upgrade it or something in the screen, or yeah, there might be like an upgrade, but you can't change it. You can't change your special weapon. But I will, I think, yeah, let's make these smaller. So 50, just like this. And then of course this would be a picture later on. This wouldn't be the text like this, maybe. Let's just make it work first. So 250 here. It could just be like that, to be honest. Maybe. I think this looks a bit better. Then I might not even need a scroll container if it's like this. Also, if I alignment center, that might look good. Well, that doesn't do what I thought it would do. Alignment center. Oh, there you go. Why does worthless mean something of no value? The words actually just imply that it's less worthy. I miss the times of old English when words were pronounced as written. Aren't you Finnish? Hmm. Very nomen. Isn't he from Kalevala, and he like shoots with someone with a crossbow or something? The wise old man. All I remember from that book as well is like when they had to dig him out of the river and they used a rake or something and then they put him all together again. Like he got chopped up into little bits and then thrown in the river, and then they raked him out. This doesn't matter. Why do I care so much about what it's looking like? This doesn't matter. This does not matter. I don't know why I'm stressing so much. I don't like how this is here. Maybe that should go there. And then... no, I do want that to be like in a special place. Yeah. Because it is special. But I can't guarantee the positions of these unless I go... end, and then I can guarantee the position so that it's sort of in line. I guess that's what I'll do. I don't like it. Why don't I like it? I'm not happy. I'm not a happy man right now. They should be squares or triangles. They should be triangles. These buttons will be triangles eventually. I've just got to Dr. Hespera. First comes site for city of Hespera. I get mythology when I search it. I get mythology. I get mythology and I get hotels. Hesperia hotels. It's fine, whatever. Oh, brave. That's interesting, isn't it? They're different. I get the same thing here in DuckDuckGo. Brave got their own search index. I haven't used Brave search. Hesperia, California. Yeah, slightly different. City Hesperia. That's fine. Duck uses Bing, really. It's not as bad as Hyperion. There's a billion things, unfortunately. Anyway, I think this is the name. I gotta settle on the name. I think this is gonna be the name. Hesperia Starfighters. It could be Starfighters of Hesperia, but I think that this is fine. Don't you dare make me question the name. Don't you dare start making me question the name, because I will go insane. I'm going mad. It's been like 3 or 4 days I've been obsessing about this name. What I should do is make this UI work now. That's what I should do right now. So function in some capacity. And actually, this should be the ship name, not the character name. It just happens that they have the same name at the moment. Well, I can have the character name here, and then I could have the ship name under it, and I think that's reasonable. I think that's reasonable. Ship name. Font size 32. Ship name label. Ship name label. Update ship panel. Name label. Dot text equals air panel. Current character. Ship data. Ship name. It's forked to a band. I don't know how to ban it. You gotta spit that on the arc reactor. Put ship fork in the game, ship naming people. I don't know how to ban it. Hawk. Kite. I can name them now. I could probably come up with some names for these characters. I could probably do it. I'll think about that tonight. And if I'm going Hesperia, then I can do like Greek names and it might be cool. Well, go. God damn it. I gotta change that now. Or maybe I'll leave it in. It'll be a little bit of a... Also, mods are exempt from word filters. So I will probably make these like a special type of button, right? Yeah. Yeah. Like it'll be a scene and stuff as well. Yeah, this will be a scene. It's annoying to lay out though, if you do that. It is annoying to lay out if you do that. Unless I do a tool script and all that. But that's also annoying. If I make these into scenes, then they become annoying to, you know, mess with. Because you can't, you have to do inherited scenes and all that. Yeah, just have them loose, but I'll give this a script. Equipment button. Class name equipment button. And then this will have an enum probably, and it will say equipment type. And then it'll be like shield and power plant and thruster and armor and countermeasure and not special. Special is going to be special. Special is going to be special. And then weapon. And then primary weapon is what I should call it. No, I'm just going to call it weapon. Okay. And then you're going to have a export variable called equipment type. Or button type. Equip types. And then I can use that to do whatever I want. And then you can be named. So these, I can change the name of these though. Shield button. Power plant button. What was it? Armor button. Thrusters button. Counter measure button. Counter measure. And then over here, these would get instantiated. On Finish Google, the first Wikipedia article, all things named Hesperia, then a couple of hotels. Yeah. Finish Google. And these ones get instantiated, right? Yeah. And to be honest, this probably just changes the name at the moment, right? Eventually I'll have an icon and stuff, but At the moment, this would just change the name to whatever the shield is called. Okay, there'll be a shield name, a power plant name, an armor name. Probably. And the same over here. Same here. So, but yeah, this would get deleted right here, I think, and my equipment my V-box, weapons V-box, and then my equipment button. Oh, it does need to be a scene. If I'm going to instantiate it, then I need to have a scene. God damn it. Not necessarily. Actually, not necessarily. Functions, update, weapons, weapon slots. No thruster names. Do I have to call them boosters now instead of thrusters? Is that a thing? Update weapon slots. And now I realize I've created my game incorrectly. Do I want to fix that right now, or do I want to do that later? I realize I've made the weapons incorrectly, all the ships and things. Well, not incorrectly, it was correct at the time, but now I've changed it. So now I need to change it. Let's just like make something work first, I suppose. And I'll worry about this later. So my ship weapons should be an array, and it equals player, panel, current character, ship, data, weapon mounts. Duplicate? No. For mount, weapon mount, data, in ship weapons, if weapon mount, if mount type is equal to data mount with mount types gun or turret. Then If that's true, then new weapon button is an equipment button, and it equals equipment button dot new. Right, you're allowed to do that. And then I think you're allowed to do that. Will that create it? I think so. Weapons V-Bucks. Add child. New weapon button. I think that does it. Oh, I didn't call it, right? Update weapon slots. And I realize actually for child weapon V-Box get children child Q3. Nice. But they don't have any of like I'd have to set everything up, right? By the looks of it. I could use a scene. Why am I against scenes again? I can't remember. Why don't I want to use scenes? Because it would be harder to lay everything out. But ultimately it'd be better, right? Should have a scene for the... We should probably have a scene. I should just have a scene. Copy. Call this equipment button. Equipment. Like that. And we'll save a scene. Scenes, UI, meta UI, equipment button. Okay. Then we're going to go to, we're going to delete that. I'm going to go to my ship. Equipment button. Equipment button. Instantiate. Okay. Is that right? Do they all have the same... Do they all have 5 weapons? Is that right? Player bomber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Medium fighter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Medium fighter 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. They all have 5 weapons. So that is true. Okay. let's change these guns so at least I can change I can notice a difference. Quick load. Just like these particle guns. Particle. And then maybe in this one, change this. Plasma. Okay. So that's all working, and then my new weapon button dot type equipment type equals new weapon button equipment types weapon. Then my new weapon button should have, my equipment button should have like a variable called equipment data. And that's a mount, a weapon mount, right? No, not necessarily. It can be anything. Yeah, it actually wants to be untyped, doesn't it? Actually wants to be untyped, which is a weird situation, but it's actually an advantage that something like GDScript does, right? Because these are different. Yeah. So I need to go to and then we want to go to a new weapon button equipment data equals mount data, like that. And then we don't actually want to duplicate, I suppose. I'm going to keep it the same. And then it'd be super easy to like edit or whatever. It should be. Then the new weapon button probably initializes equipment button or something. So it does it itself. I don't do it here. I go to the weapon button. My function initialize weapon button, and I void my if equipment data equals null. I print an error that says equipment button data, and I return else if and then I match equipment data. No. If equipment data is weapon mount data, do something. And if equipment data is power plant data, do something. Equipment data is thruster data, do something. Field data, do something. And if or countermeasure is countermeasure is a weapon mount. So power plant, thruster, and then armor. Armor, data. So my button self.text equals equipment data weapon name. Power plant name. Thruster name. Shield name. Armor name. I probably misspelled it, is what happened. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. And then yeah, you click one of these, and you click one of these, and a menu would show up, right? Maybe in the center of the screen, so you could still click on other stuff. Maybe it would cover the. Maybe it'd show up here. Yeah, show up here in the center. Like here somewhere. You think so? Also, I could programmatically change the what do you call it? The distance between them, right? Distance between these buttons. The padding. Which might look a lot better. Yeah. Oh, I tell you what's going on here. The thing I hate. My arch nemesis. Focus mode. I hate that that's on by default. There must be a way to change this default. There has to be. Godot. I think I've looked this up about 1 billion times. Godot change default focus mode button. Yeah, actually, you could have a function somewhere in the code that just sets this, but yeah, sets this. That's probably the only way to do it. So like finds buttons and disables this mode. Anyway. And then probably something like a these are always going to be there, so you can just know about them, and that's fine. This will probably have its own script eventually. So shield equipment data would equal player panel current character ship data shield. Going to be shield button initialize power plant button equipment data just player panel character ship data power plant button initialize. Might be mildly faster if I do this. This does. Cool. Special weapon I'm gonna have to deal with. I'm gonna have to refactor everything. For the special weapon. This is annoying. But it's going to be necessary. So, what's next? I make like a very basic inventory stuff. Ugh. Very basic inventory. I suppose so. Now I have to give the player an inventory. Inventory. And I think it's going to go here. This is going to have a scroll container. A margin container. A margin, a scroll, a margin. Right? Margin. Scroll. V-box. No, not V-box. H-flow. H-flow. And then I think you just put in a button. This button is like 50 by 50. That's small. 75 by 75. That's what I'm imagining in my head. Maybe these become squares. Oh, I was going to do triangles. But then that becomes very complicated. I'm really going to do triangles. I'll think about it. Let's just make it function first. I thought this would, alright, I need to actually set that up. 10, 10, 10. Alright, no, I want... Yes, that's not set properly. Do I want, V flow? Oh, that was unexpected. Maybe do you want H flow? I was just doing it the wrong way. Alignment begin, last wrap, alignment, reverse fill. Change H flow. I feel like there's maybe a thing here you've got to do. Yeah. Yeah, there it is, yeah. Okay. I reversed something, I didn't mean to. Okay. I see. I do want to do that though. I think my buttons need to be slightly smaller then. Like 72. 74. Yeah. Okay. That seems reasonable. I think that seems reasonable. Yeah. So and the only one that I actually care about would be the inventory H low. And that can have a unique name. In fact, a lot of these can have unique names because there's a good chance that I like move them around and stuff, right? So I think I will unique them. And inventory H flow. Weapons V box. Okay. And this button can be called a this button here can be called an inventory button, and it can have a script UI meta UI. inventory button, class name, inventory button, and then you can save that as a scene, inventory button, and then we delete you. Well, you can stay there for now. Okay, so I need to mess with you. And this will hold your item that is in your inventory. So now I've got to make an inventory data. So I go to player, player data. I have premium currency and standard currency. What am I going to name these currencies? Credits and diamonds. Credits and something else. For now. Let's go to this, make an inventory. So should I call it player inventory? Is that redundant to call it player inventory? I'm going to call it player inventory even though it's redundant to call it that. It should probably, actually it should be called data, right? Maybe player inventory data. Should it be a resource? Why would it need to be a resource? Is this a dictionary? It's a dictionary of resources. It's an array of resources, right? No, it's a dictionary of arrays of resources. It's a dictionary because that to help with the sorting, right? So it's a dictionary of dictionary by type. Okay. Why do you need two currencies? Like the second one is more rare needs for advanced stuff. Yeah. I feel like I want that. I feel like that's most games are like, hey, here's the rare, here's the. You want resources that play into each other. And like have a. Like in Age of Empires, you have multiple resources, right? You have your stone and your gold, or homeworld. Well, no, not the old homeworld. I suppose most RPGs don't have multiple currencies, but I know. I like the idea of having multiple. Or just two. Just two. I don't need to have multiple currencies. Anyway, the dictionary. This will be an epic Grand Fantasy Heroes style dictionary. Just a dictionary of dictionaries and arrays. So there isn't an easier way to do that, is there? Yeah, so how do you get the second currency? So the premium currency you use on your gacha machine, your slot machine, right? And your standard currency you your standard currency just gets used for basically everything you do. Pulls, yeah. I'm thinking I'm going to make it interesting though. There might be actually a game involved with the slot machine. Like, have you ever seen like pinball or something? I don't know. Like there's an actual game involved. There's like chance, but there's actually a game. Maybe. Do I look up gambling games right now in a casino? Gambling slot machines. Casino. I don't know whether I want to look this up. But a lot of times they have... I've never actually played a slot machine, so I don't know. But they have like other stuff going on than just pull the thing. I feel like some of them do anyway. Like there's other things here. There's lots of bright colors, and there's like these panels, and I guess they have different things going on, or I don't know. Maybe that's just different aesthetics. I'm worried about actually looking at this stuff. Sky Canyon, hello mate. I'm about to do an epic inventory of data of dictionaries and arrays. Dictionaries of arrays of resources. Right? I think so. So, it would be like shields. Then it would be like, then do I sort by tier? That would make it a lot easier. If I sort by tier or level or whatever, that'll make it a lot easier to organize the list. So I go tier 0. No, how many tiers am I doing? Do I have a tier? Am I doing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4? Or am I doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? The ancient question of coding in general. Do you count from 0 or do you count from 1? Right? Do you count from 0 or do you count from 1? The key of the dictionary is an item ID. I use 0 for special tier. Oh, really? Do I count from 0 or do I count from 1? It doesn't matter. It's for organization, I suppose. I will... yeah, 0 should be empty, actually. 0 should be empty, but... yeah, 0 should be empty. I suppose. Like this one has no armor, so that's tier 0. So if you have no thruster, then it's tier 0. Yeah. So it should be... and you should have... and actually, if you want to equip no shield, then you have infinite of those, right? So you never run out of no shield. So it'd be like tier 0 would be n, and then you would have an array. And then inside this array, you'd have no shield dot tres. Right? I guess that's pretty ugly, but... oh, and then this would have a dictionary. And then this would be a dictionary. And this would be item resource or something, right? Oh, this is getting complicated. And then And this would be amount. Oh, it's going to get complicated. There's no way around it. And then this would be 99999. I did something wrong. I see what I did wrong. Because later I use tier byte values for calculations, so lowest tier being 1 is more convenient. I don't know what I mean by byte. That's more advanced. I think bytes are like advanced stuff. When they do that bytes thing, and there's like there's 2 arrows pointing in a direction, and they mean something. So I guess it would be like this, right? And then you would have your array, and then it would be just empty arrays for now, since I don't have anything. And then you would generate your resource, and then you would have an amount. Actually, am I going to have amounts? Or is every item going to be unique? Actually, every item might be unique, right? Because they would have random, slightly random stats. Do I want a slight... Actually, that's way too much. I don't want that. Do I want to randomize stats on my items? I don't think I do. I think you might want to plan the system, at least most of it, somewhere first, and then coding. Oh, make a plan. I did make a plan, but I didn't consider this question. I made a plan, and then but I forgot about this. I didn't even think about this. Yeah. No, it's just a decision has to be made whether you the decision is are items randomized? And I don't think so. I don't think they are. I think they're like... I don't think items are randomized. I don't think you have randomized your weapons. The stats on your weapons. Because there's loads of other stuff you do to modify your character. I think the weapons you choose are standard. Yeah, I randomized it every time in Grand Fantasy Heroes. I did all that. Enchanted and upgraded. Yeah. But I don't think I want to do it this time. Because I have all of this stuff over here that modifies things. And I have this. Maybe yeah, I think a gun is a gun, and all guns are the same. Well, they're not all the same. But all gun of the same type is the same. And then you modify that gun. With mods or whatever. Item class design, item, weapon, armor, or something like that. All equipment is the same. All equipment of the same type and tier and level is the same. Then you modify it. Upgrade, yeah. No, yeah. Do you? Alright, Sky Canyon. See you later, mate. Does this matter? I mean, yeah. Same. And then you modify your weapons here. This is how you modify your weapon. Weapons here. And here. And here and here. Here. But you can refine the weapon. Which is fine, I think. Which means, by the way, that if I'm going to have a lot less items, if I'm going to do that, I'm gonna have a lot less items, and what that means is actually this guy can get a lot bigger if I want him to be. He could be the whole. He could be a V. He could be a V box container now. Actually, he could be like this, right? He could be a V box container. I think I prefer that, and then I can put extra information here as well. I don't have to do tooltips and stuff. Okay, decision has been made. That was a good like decision right there. Okay. Okay, but this is the same. This is what I want. I think I want this though. I still want this, yeah. So 0 is none, and you always have none. So it should be impossible to run out. Yeah, it should be impossible to run out. We got 9 million of them. Okay. As long as you can't sell them, right? 3, 4, and tier 5. Yeah. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, I'm so indecisive. I need to work on that more. Just commit. Like the bloody name. I can't commit on the name either. Okay. I'm committing to this decision right here. So, no shields. We have power plants. Power plants. Thrusters. Do I have to call them boosters instead of thrusters? Is that something I have to do? Well, they can be thrusters in the code for now. I will change the name later. Armors, I suppose so. And then weapons. And there needs to be a weapon called no weapon, I suppose. So, power plant. Why would you ever put no power plant on your ship? You should be allowed to. But why would you ever do that? Actually, you shouldn't be allowed to have no shield on your ship, or no thruster, or no armor. You should always have something. Now I think about it, but it's like it's still going to be an infinite thing. But you should be able to have, yeah. So actually, I'm gonna make this shield 1, yeah. And then here, I'm gonna do power plant 1. That's annoying. And then for armor, actually, that's probably fine. Armor should slow you down as well. If you equip armor to your... Yeah. That's why you can have no armor, because there's a downside to it, maybe. And in terms of weapon, you can definitely have no weapon. You can definitely have no weapon. Definitely. Oh, I have it here, look. No weapon. Weapon type. Well, I need to add a type to make sure I can do that. It's hiding. Here it is. None. I'd love to move that. Actually, there you go. Then that's always at the bottom of the list, right? Yeah. So, player data, weapons, weapons. So, and then, yeah, I need to restart my project. Oh yeah, you can save that. Very rare, hello. Hello, mate. Good to see you. Obviously, I'm alarmed at your redesign of your game, but I hope it goes well. Probably the right decision in the end. Whoa. I'm currently doing I'm currently doing like inventory and data, I guess. See if it's worth it, yeah. I'm making like UI at the moment. And I have to change the I want to be able to change the guns, right, on my ship and whatever. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna need to make some sort of cheat system to give myself items. Space. What do you think about the day? I've been struggling with the name of my game, and you know, I can't make a Steam page until I have a good name, or a name at least that I like and I can settle with. I've been struggling for it for days. At the moment, I think Hesperia, subtitle Starfighters. Hesperia is the name of an asteroid, and when you Google it, also, right, importantly, you type in Hesperia and there's nothing there, as opposed to something that I would want, which is Hyperion, for example. Or, you know, anything. Any like common names like that. Like I can't do Arc Lancers. You know, not putting Arc. Whatever. I can't do like Star Fighters, right? I can't do Star Fighters because there's a billion games called Starfighter. I was thinking that maybe this or Hesperia, Hesperion, Lancers of a Lost Empire, Strike Lancers. Strike Lancers is the default. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with this. Hesperia Starfighters. It's not gonna matter. I don't think, at the end of the day, as long as it's unique and you can type it in and it will be the thing that comes up first, right? So I think about this and I was like, think about the like Elite Dangerous has nothing to do with space. You know, X3, X4, that's a space game, but it's got nothing to do with space. It's just the letter X. And then Eve Online, I mean, it's just Eve, which is like Adam and Eve. Fine. But it's got nothing to do with space, so I think I don't necessarily need like a spacey name. I think it will slowly associate itself as a spacey game. It's weird how names sort of slowly associate themselves and you get used to them. It's just a shame that there hasn't been a name that came out to me and jumped at me and said, oh, that's the name. You know? What am I doing? Ship. It's making an inventory. I gotta go out soon. I can't stream for too much longer, but so I have my inventory now. I have my inventory. Hmm. Now what? Hmm. So I suppose we hide this and show this. Also, I think I'm going to change this to a VBox container. VBox container. VBox. Change that. Gonna change this. Inventory VBox. That'll make the inventory button do that. And then I need to make sure there's a margin. Why is there not a margin anymore? So I'll probably put a bit more of a space. I have to put another margin container. Margin container here. Right. I think so. And then you have to go fill. And then constants. Right, there you go. But now this doesn't quite fit here properly. I mean, that's okay because it implies that you can go down, I suppose. I reckon we probably want to make this inventory panel like a scene or whatever, so you can put it anywhere you want in the game. So I need to add a child. Script, MetaUI, inventory panel, class name, inventory panel. My UI hell at the moment is why do I always make complicated games? And why am I not making the most simple version of the game? Why am I making it all at once? Shouldn't I do it in stages, like slowly, add bits? Why am I doing everything at once? Making it as complicated as possible straight away? Whatever. The imagery be box there, and then it would be like update inventory panel. Void pass. I know the feeling. How to create chaos. So we don't need this anymore, but you need this. When I click on a button, this inventory panel has to show up, right? So how do I find you? inventory button, my equipment button, will be told about my inventory panel. Panel is an inventory panel. And then when you get created, you get told about me. Field button, inventory, oh, I misspelled it. In equals inventory panel. And then when the weapon, when you create the weapons, I would also new weapon button, inventory panel equals inventory panel. Then when I click on you, I forgot to make these a scene. Yeah. Okay. Instantiate equipment button. Field button. Power plant. Thrusters. Armor button. Counter measure button. Unique. Make sure those are correct. No complaints. Okay. Then we go here, and I will be able to connect to yourself. And then if inventory button, inventory panel equals null, then no inventory panel attached to equipment button, and inventory panel update. Should that be part of the update? Not. No. But I guess this needs an X. Oh, I hate that. That's ugly. I don't like little X's. No. No. Not doing it. Okay. I think that's intuitive. I think that's intuitive. I don't think I need an X. I think that's intuitive. Don't you think so? But maybe when I click the same weapon in particular, if I press the same weapon, so I pressed shield, right? I press it again, it should close. But let's say I press it here, but I press power plant, but that's a different thing, then it shouldn't close. It should stay open but change, but update, right? Maybe it should be like this by default. Not like this by default. Well, it's difficult to navigate it actually. Really difficult to like get it to. Or maybe it should be like this by default. Yeah, I think I prefer this. Image panel. That's pretty annoying. And to click this, but have it not switch. Right, there we go. 180, I guess. And minus 90. Yeah. Now it looks uneven though, doesn't it? It's slightly to the side. I guess it needs to move over, or maybe these weapon buttons are a bit too big. I think so. It's possible. I'll worry about that later. I like the purple. Thank you. Yeah, purples and pinks and blues. Purple, pink, blue is the theme. Even these guys are going to be purple, pink, and blue. UI looks nice, really? I haven't really done anything yet. Haven't really done anything yet. Purple, pink, blue, white, red. See, this guy's actually pink. Even though it looks red, it's pink, right? Purple, pink, white, red. This looks like a green, but it's actually a blue. People really liked that guy though. He got a lot of likes. For me anyway, that's a lot of likes for me. So I'm happy about. I thought you were working on a game, Sky, can you? You got distracted or bored like me right now. I need to work on my game, but I'm just messing about. I don't feel like doing it. I was doing inventory, right? UI just isn't very fun to work on, is it? I got distracted by some random YouTube videos. Classic. Never scroll YouTube or Twitter or something. Never do it. Asperia. UI is only fun if you love front end web dev. What does that mean? Does that mean you don't have to do the data stuff? Is that what front end means? You don't have to deal with any data, you just design it. Just trying to find some music to play. The first videos are not music. UI is fun for me for like 5 minutes. After that, I would wish that AI can generate all of them for me. I think AI is probably particularly bad at UI because there's a lot of context involved and there's a lot of like systems that need to talk to each other. Like all the data needs to like, there's a lot of like linking things together, isn't there? And AI is really bad at like linking things together. All right. But the good thing about AI is it doesn't have procrastination like I do. Front end means client side. And web dev still needs to handle data, but you create UI with hate. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know. All I know is the web dev people are very insistent and are very They are very opinionated. So now I need to like display my inventory, right? So I click on my shield and my shields should be here, I suppose. They are. My shields should be here. So now what? Let's make it like super simple to start off with. Oh my god, Sky Canyon. The button flash. Yeah, I'll probably have to put the epileptic warning on, right? You see that sometimes in games, don't you? Don't play this game if you have epilepsy. I cannot be bothered to do this right now. The inventory panel. And then it would be inventory type. And that will be a string. Which means when you click and then maybe you put in current variable, current inventory type string. What's this? And then I can do the thing where I'm like, I click on this, the imagery panel. God damn it. Type. It's very tight. Yeah. String. And I have to match this, I guess. Actually, I need a string though. Yeah. think it's power plants. Is that consistent? Should I put this? I should put that there, I think. Power plants. Plants. Rosters. Fields. Farmers. Because back in the old trade war between US and Japan, US Congress trolled and so that is a lot. But when people thought it was a political move, later the actualities did happen in Japan. An episode of Pokemon had flashes like that. And 600 people were sent to hospital. Okay. Fair enough. Oh. Oh, okay. I don't think I can do this. That's fine. Yeah. It's not a really big deal. You close it by clicking off it. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Okay. For child node in inventory VBox get children child Q3. And then we go through the tiers, starting highest, lowest, or for item data. Yeah, for item data, fiction. What are we doing? We're going in For I in 5, 6. I in 6. Or item data in player data, player inventory data, get current, which type, I in range. Oh, it's like -1, -1, -1 or something. I can't remember. 5, something like that. 5 -1 -1. 5 -1 -1. Okay. For item in player data, player inventory, get current inventory, I inventory button, a new inventory button is a variable. It's a inventory button. It equals inventory button, and it instantiates, and my inventory box adds a child, new inventory button. What was that? Hmm. Ah. Okay. But I need Did I even use this inventory type? No, I must have. um. So what's happening right now is I'm clicking on the button. It should pass through this. It should queue free. This happens. Oh. I saw the mistake, I think. Yeah, there it is. Key 5 in base object type nil. Current value is weapon. I. Well, I'll probably make a special thing for countermeasures, right? To be fair. I think it's weapons. Yeah. We want to make a special thing for countermeasures. So... yeah, I think I do. So I want to go to this one. And... if equipment data mount type equals data mount types countermeasure inventory type equals countermeasures, else inventory type equals weapons. Oops. And then in the player data, we'll make a special thing for countermeasures. Countermeasures. And here we'll have countermeasure 1. Or no weapon. No. Or no countermeasure or something. Expected something after something. I fucked something up. Probably. What did I do? Oh, I see. Yeah, I probably want no countermeasure as a weapon. So let's do that. No countermeasure. Do I? Or should you just always have a countermeasure? I'm gonna always have a countermeasure for now. Let's see. And again, that can be anything. That item data can be any resource. I mean, you could put resource in here, couldn't you, actually? Be fine. And then there'll be a mount. Mixture. Yes. Maybe a mount should just be -1. If it's infinite, it should just be -1. Yeah. Alright. But I think I'm done. I don't know. I don't want to do anymore. I don't want to do anymore. I think I'm done. Raid Nerd Boy. And yeah, I appreciate Jitspo's raid earlier as well. That was really kind. And thank you everyone else for watching today. Alright, I'll see you guys later.